Good, increasingly cloudy, warm, mild, midsummer feeling day in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area and central Illinois. This is Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you come, like, and subscribe for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, probability-based trading alert and technical analysis. We have our first donation. Thank you to our lovely subscriber. He donated just over $2 to our $100 goal, right? We got that $100 goal, you know? And that $100 goal is to get a 30-minute minimum to an hour technical analysis in depth on how I break down my charts with everything that's incorporated into it via the stock price, the outside noise, the hype I block out, the jabronis, things like the Saturday night hype where they had Elon. That was a telltale sign to anybody that is on the outside noticing things, a telltale sign of a bubble popping when you have stuff and noise like that, right? When the craze is that crazy. But thanks a lot to the first subscriber. I'll keep you updated every time we get an anonymous or a donation that's not anonymous going towards our first ever Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing technical analysis stock crypto class. Probability based. If you want the class to be on crypto, that for that half hour, an hour, I can do it on crypto. If you want it on monetary policy or gold, I can certainly do that. It's a subscriber choice. Like I said, we're going to grow as a community, we're going to learn as a community, and we're going to become stronger as a community, right? And we're going to do this together. And the best way that I feel I can get the most content and educate the most people to help the most people become entrepreneurs like myself and entrepreneur millionaires like I dream to be. I believe it is a group. We grow better as a group when we can think, talk, and speak to each other to see what we're each seeing, and share as a group, so you're not getting heisted and shysted by some of these fleecers that charge $500, $1,000 for their class and per person. That's outrageous, and there's no way the average guy can afford that kind of education when you may be getting heisted and shysted by just bullshit. So I feel a community-based education class program where you guys donate on certain goals, challenges, like to try to get our first one, $50 or $100, to get up to an hour's worth, minimum of a half hour. I think that's the best way to do this, right? So we community learn, and a subscriber could not donate because they financially can't, but they still want the education, so they share the channel, and they listen, and they like, and they comment, and that's a great way to support the channel. But then for those that are able to support and they want to get that in-depth knowledge and help everybody else, because we're all for one here and we're building together, they can subscribe because they're more financially stable, $5, $8, $2, and then if you get 10 subscribers that donate $10, we all got an hour class that if you went to anywhere else to some of these shysters, they would have charged you upwards of $100, $500 for that same half hour or hour class, and then they'll roll them into two classes. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this cheap, affordable for the whole community. If we take a look at LITECOIN real quick, you can see our 50-day downsloping moving average is sitting up here. Oh, hold on a second, guys. What's up?
Yeah, I didn't get my check through to the. I got a check instead of direct deposit. Do you need my check stub again?
Yeah, if you can resend it to me.
Okay, I got it in my wallet.
If you can text it, if your wallet's here, if you can just text it to me, that's fine.
What do you need?
I just need a picture of that.
You had a picture of it.
I probably got rid of it now, right?
Okay.
I don't keep all that stuff. I'd have a million of them.
I'll get with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Make sure I carry it with me, and then I'll let you take another picture of the check.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So you can see the downsloping 50-day, right? The volume is starting to pick up, but it's sell volume, so that's bearish. But overall, even outside the hour and the daily and then the daily time frame, it's crashing. And then you got the 200-day down sloping at about the 215 to 230 level. If you want to get bullish, you got to break above this 218 to 220 and retest this upper resistance now that used to be lower support. And then you're going to have to build some volume and steam to crash through this 50-day overhead resistance to try to trade up to where you got major short-term resistance, which is right here. I'll draw a little line on here for you, right? See that? You got, that's your major overhead resistance. And the only way you're breaking this to try to make a huge pump is you got to have major volume spike. And I just don't see it coming in. So best case scenario, if what to look for today is maybe you can come up to this downsloping green line, which is the 200 or the 50-day moving average, and maybe run into it somewhere around the 245 to 250 range if we brought our little industry favorite and my personal favorite arrow tool with a little line on the front, otherwise known as the perching tool, right? Because I perch with it. So your best case scenario, we'll perch up here today. Best case scenario is you break up, retest this downsloping. By then it'll be over here, 200-day moving average. Pick up a little volume, which we're not getting right now, and then pump through it with volume, and then bounce up and down for a few minutes to an hour on this uptrending short-term upper resistance now and blow through that. But you're going to need volume to pick up past this mean. You can't have volume pick up to here in the 1 minute candle and think you're good. You needed hour candles stacked above the mean of the volume in the hour time frame. You got to be up here and preferably way up here in volume to think you're coming up here and break. I'm still very bearish on Litecoin, right? Check out the video from yesterday and last week where I called the crash and the rising wedge. But I think you're going to come up here. The most likely scenario is you come to the 236 level and you get rejected by the newly formed. Once you broke out here, you see that? See, you broke out. Look how big that volume is. See how high that volume is? Right at the breakout of this long trending underneath support, crashing price, pumping volume. That confirmed the breakout. Then you got bought back up and retested it as upper resistance for the first time and got rejected. Now, most likely scenario, the moving average, the 200-day is here, coinciding with that upper resistance at the $230 to $235 40 level. I think you're going to get rejected when you bounce back up with no volume, sideways and up. And then I think you're coming back down to the 248 level-ish to retest. And that's where you're going to have a decision. Do you retest here? Let's pull our favorite and industry classic drawing tool out. After you get rejected up here and you trade down, when you retest, it's this volume by volume pick up and you try to make a bull run again and try to make a move up to 300, 250. Or you just bounce, no volume comes in and you tank. Like, subscribe, and share.